Aggressive Monday clapping. Welcome to Attack of the Show, everybody. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. My name's on the screen. It's Kevin Pereira.
What's up, everybody? I'm Olivia Munn. We are excited. We got a big Monday for you. It's August 18th, and we're coming to you live from the G4 Studios right here in Los Angeles.
All right, kids. On the show today, the Death Star over San Francisco?
What?
Yeah, that's right. And around the net, we'll show you what the city by the bay would look like if it were invaded by the Empire. We're talking Imperial walkers on the beach, Star Destroyers over the harbor. It's complete anarchy, and that's around the net. Plus, in the loop, we're talking about Pandora. The web radio giant is really losing money left and right.
Yeah.
They might be forced to shut down, so we're going to go in depth on the bleak future of internet radio and what has to be done to fix it.
Edition of Gadget Pron. Chris Hardwick will review the new Olympus E520 camera from a U.S. Open tennis match. It has shadow adjustment technology that makes it easy to shoot in the light or dark, and will tell you if it's worth the cash. Then Allison Hayslip will test drive the Tesla Roadster. It's a 100% electric car that can go from 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Get ready to see it in action. Time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
Let's go around the net. Obama. All right. Today's number 5 video, thank you, is something that we just don't see enough of.
No,
you know
we really don't.
It'd be nice to see a little bit more of it.
It would be
Not
nice.
too much. You don't want too much of a good thing, but just a little bit more.
Yeah, so
just a bit.
Yeah.
You know, just a little something.
A little bit more.
I'd like to see a bit more of it.
Okay. Usually when we see a stunt go wrong, that's the end of the story.
Yes, but
like
it's only the beginning of this clip.
¡Tú puedes, moco! Dale, moco!
Okay. Yeah, let me just clarify. There was a jump cut for timing.
Yeah.
But that second one wasn't a replay of the first one.
No, that was not the same
He walks back
jump.
around and does it again.
He had to prove what a gym tard he was.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, let me shake that off, and smack my face again. Well done, Mario Lou Retenes.
Not me anymore. You get those jokes?
He looked ethnic. Yeah.
Well, it is much more enjoyable than the Chinese Olympics, so we're going to give him a... Yes!
10! Yeah! All right. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, chalupas.
Is Marcos laughing? No, he's texting.
No, we're safe. We're safe.
He's laughing. See, then we get away with it. That's how it works here. Now, there's still a few weeks left before summer ends, and today's number 4 video is a pair of clips of summer's greatest tradition. This is fantastic. It's the ice cream truck,
Look
right?
forward to it every
now,
year.
of course, not all ice cream trucks are made equal.
Very, very true. See, if you live in Beverly Hills, you probably have like a Haagen-Dazs RV that's prowling your streets. But the less well-to-do neighborhoods, you know, the ones, they have good humor trucks like this.
You know you live in the ghetto when your ice cream truck driver is bumping, does your chain hang low?
Bouncing the ice cream truck. That's awesome. And obviously, you know, neither of these vehicles would be your first choice of ice cream trucks on a hot day.
No, they're not. But we did flag down a ghetto truck in our neighborhood and discovered that they didn't exactly have our first choice in treats, or really even our last treats.
Yeah,
like
the quality of the truck tends to match the quality of the products offered.
Yeah, we got this. This is $1.50. It's some water pops.
But you get the whole tray, which is
you have to drink it quick.
Is it really?
Yeah, do that. Oh, that's really nice. It's refreshing.
Those are really good. I feel completely refreshed. Wow.
Oh, that was good. That was really delicious.
So that's the water pop. But we were assured This vanilla sack was actually ice cream.
It was ice cream.
Well, when the truck left the halfway house district this morning, it was good to go.
Oh, I see the popsicle
there's
stick
a popsicle stick in there. So,
Yeah.
you know, you put that in the freezer, you let that sit for a little while, put it in a friend's freezer,
Yeah,
maybe the
I got-
freezer with the Y
yeah.
if you don't have one. But I'm saying,
It is
This
ice
is
cream.
good.
It's just a different form of ice cream.
really good.
But
You want a little
I have
sip?
to-
You want a little
no,
bit?
I'm okay
You
right
sure?
now. Okay, because I want to talk to you about something that was probably the most worst of all. And it
The worstest of them all.
The most worstest of them all. It's really hard to imagine someone being refreshed by this hair cone.
okay, well, that's not fair.
I
Because
mean,
I
you
actually
want-
enjoy a tasty hair. Like,
What?
I spent months in
You
Cerritos
what?
when I first moved out here, and these are all the rage. They're just.
Ow! Kevin! Stop that!
You know what? You know what? You're right. This isn't
I
my.
can't believe you like that.
Well, I don't actually. This isn't my. This isn't my. It's not my normal flavor.
What flavor do
Because
you
vanilla's
normally...
really boring. Well, I like exotic flavors of ice cream. You know, I like a little sherbet, little Rocky Road, little, Kung Pao Nilla.
Kung
But
Pao?
It's hard to find. It's hard to find these
I can
days.
make you some Kung Pao.
How can you do that? Like-
Okay, let me just...
Oh, you're gonna get a little MSG there, all right? You got
Let me see
is it
this.
split ends and soy sauce, huh?
All right.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a good chunk right there. Got a little...
That was a lot of hair for the gag,
Oh,
Olivia.
let me
a
just-
whole lot of hair there.
Let me just wrap it
it looks like
around.
it looks like the cone has a comb over. Show it. Turn it around like that. You're covering your bald vanilla spot.
I'm going to regret that when I go to do a ponytail. Well, here you go. Some Kung Pao, Olivia.
Well, cheers to that.
You're
everyone.
gonna
Oh,
take a big chunk out of it. Tastes like... What's it taste
Do I
like?
have it on my face? I can't tell. Where do I have it? Where is it?
Everywhere.
Oh, that sucks.
Can you tell if it's Pantene or Garnier Fructis?
That's good. That's heat activated. I can tell. That's some good stuff.
Here,
Coming in. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Coming in at number 3 today is one of the best examples of amateur CG we have seen in a web
Oh,
video.
there's hair on the ice cube
ever.
now.
All right, current TV.
No.
I'm sorry. All right, current TV contributor M. Horn, or Horn, imagine what it would be like if the Star Wars Imperial fleet took a bit of short leave in the city of San Francisco. So he went out, grabbed some shaky Cloverfield-style footage of the city, and made it just look really good.
Maybe because I really like leaves.
Sadly, what this video doesn't show are any of the Empire's PSAs about sexually transmitted diseases for sailors on leave.
Yeah, remember, guys, Sith syphilis is the galaxy's noisy killer. So you be safe, soldiers. Talking about putting a skull cap on your old stormtrooper.
And number 2 today is a mashup by YouTube user WillieLee23. It starts out with parole hearing and testimony footage of one of the most murderously insane minds the world has ever known, Charles Manson.
Yeah, the convicted lunatic gets mashed up with a very catchy pop song from the 90s, Scatman John's Scatman, you know? Yeah. It's oddly appropriate music for Manson's gibberish and, of course, his wild flailings.
Are you mad? Do you feel like Wolf's kebab right Venice? I'm
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man.
Oh, yeah, it's time for a Manson flash mob! Get these Mansons out of here! Get these Mansons! Put it
Get out of here! Shoo, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!
No, don't do it.
There's some rituals.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they got to get out of here. That's how they get you.
I would watch Dancing with the Stars if they let Manson appear on it. I would.
I don't think that's a good idea. He's a better solo act.
Oh.
You know, I mean, he's never had a dance partner that he didn't murder, so
That is
kind of
true.
like a
Yeah.
season finale kind of thing, maybe. Yeah, right there. Do you want a hair comb?
No,
You
I
want
was
a bite of the
just
hair
gonna-
comb? Is that what you
no.
want?
No, I don't.
Baby wants a hair comb. Oh, well, baby gets what baby wants. With it. Okay.
The thing is, I get paid regardless if I eat it or not.
Irregardless. Finally,
Irregardless.
taking the #1 spot on Around the Net today is a commercial for the 100% legitimate business Cash for Gold USA.
Even though the price of gold just took a dramatic drop, this company urges you to rummage through your drawers for bits of the shiny stuff, then send it to them in a plastic envelope.
Yeah, and then the company will melt it down and take their cut. But you obviously know it's going to a good place. They're clearly pouring all that money they're making into their commercials.
Yes.
Marty! Marty. Cash for Gold USA? I have some things to sell.
Now is the time to turn your used, unwanted, or broken gold jewelry into cash. Call today or visit us online to request your free gold pack. We'll buy anything with gold in it.
Give me my teeth back!
Really? Love it.
Wait, hold on. Wait, are you saying that we are really a country that encourages people to pry the jewelry off the still warm bodies of their recently deceased spouses? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah. Yes, we are, Olivia. And God bless America.
God bless America.
You know what I'm saying?
And God bless Michael Phelps, huh?
Ah, well, he's a muscle with a Speedo, huh? Just doing it. 12,000 calories. A lot of food. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
And don't forget to catch tonight's AOTS Late Show featuring, we call it the AOTS Late Show. Features ATN After Hours with an exclusive video. You've got an evening tip-off with Peruvian beauty Claudia Gestro. She says she's pretty good at basketball, so why don't you play a pickup game with her and try to avoid any loose ball fouls tonight after hours.
Do a little dribbling on the half court, you know what I mean? That's the belly. Right now it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla Kaylee and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Pandora, one of the most popular web radio services, may soon be over. You'll find out why. Plus, the reign at the box office for The Dark Knight is over. We'll have the numbers and tell you who's on top. And Walmart just got a little bit cooler because they're rocking a new AC/DC exclusive. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes. But first, back to you guys.
Still ahead, everybody. Military tech will drop payload on you from a plane that launches from a friggin' submarine.
Yeah.
It does.
And later in Gadget, Chris Hardwick takes a field trip to a tennis match with a new Olympus camera. He'll shoot the athletes in action and give us his rating.
And the only Olympics you care about is back, everybody!
Yes!
The Taxidermy critters run the track and field events in just a bit. I promise you, it's going to be an epic win. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. We are live, and the world never sleeps.
Here's what happened over the weekend today while you were drunk.
Yes, I was.
In tandem here in Hollywood.
The Feed with Layla Kaylee.
Hey guys, here are your top stories for the 18th of August. Now, one of the veterans of internet radio may soon be calling it quits. Pandora, the web radio service that tailors personalized stations according to songs and artists you like, is one of the most popular and successful internet broadcasters. But due to a federal decision last year to double royalty fees for webcasters, Pandora now expects to lose 70% of its expected revenue for the year. Pandora is experimenting within programming advertising, and a congressman from California is trying to seal a last-minute deal between webcasters and Sound Exchange, which collects royalty fees for artists. But in an interview with the Washington Post, Pandora's founder said they are approaching a, quote, pull the plug type of decision, unquote. That's unfortunate. We'll have more on the story in today's loop. Now, Google has launched a new advocacy campaign to help you keep your dream of free Wi-Fi alive. When analog TV signals all switch to digital signals early next year, tiny slivers of broadcast spectrum called white spaces will be open. Google's campaign called Free the Airwaves aims to preserve this space as unlicensed and open to all unlicensed devices, which could be used to provide wireless broadband. Google is being supported by Microsoft, Intel, Motorola, and the FCC chairman, Kevin Martin. Now, Tropic Thunder took in $37 million over its first 5 days and beat The Dark Knight this weekend finally knocking Batman from the #1 spot at the box office after a month. And the force was not with George Lucas's Star Wars cartoon. The Clone Wars opened at #3, taking in $15.5 million. Adding insult to injury, The Dark Knight surpassed the original Star Wars film on the all-time list. The only movie to have ever grossed more domestically than The Dark Knight is James Cameron's Titanic. Mirrors didn't do too bad either, but still opened in 4th place. Now, Walmart is taking their customers down a highway to hell, and they've got the exclusive rights to AC/DC's new album, Black Ice. The record will go on sale beginning October 20th at all Walmart and Sam's Club stores. And in related news, Billboard.com is reporting that the long-awaited Guns N' Roses album from Axl Rose may also finally go on sale exclusively at a big chain like Walmart or Best Buy. Rumors have swirled that the album would finally get a release since 9 tracks from Chinese Democracy leaked in June. I can't wait for that. And finally, in a follow-up to a story we brought you from Friday, the FCC has approved Google's Android-powered phone, clearing the way for its official release. We may see this very real iPhone competitor as early as October and definitely by the holidays. Alright guys, that's all for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Layla Kaylee and you've just been fed.
Thanks, Layla. Now, internet radio may be dying a slow death. Pandora, one of the industry leaders, could be shutting down soon because of some financial problems. So, what's the future of web radio, and can anything be done to prevent its end? The Loop finds out. Joining me from New York to help us make sense of it all, associate editor for Gizmodo.com, Matt Buchanan is here. Welcome to The Loop, Matt.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I was listening to Pandora on the iPhone and just shedding a tear, a slow mascara tear in my dressing room before the show, because as we just saw on the feed, Pandora radio and internet radio in general might not be able to sustain itself for too much longer. So maybe you can just get us up to speed on what exactly happened.
Okay, basically last year, the Copyright Royalty Board, which is a federal body you probably haven't heard of before, but they set new royalty rates for internet radio that are much higher than they were before.
And we should say much higher than traditional radio, which doesn't really pay a royalty, and much higher than satellite radio as well.
Yeah, that's true. Traditional radio doesn't really pay anything, and then satellite radio will pay much less under the new royalty scheme. So before, it was a small fee and then a percentage of the station's profits, which worked really well for nonprofits or for stations that didn't really make a lot of money. But under the new one, under the new setup, it's a per user fee. So even if they're not making a lot of money, which most of them aren't, even Pandora, which is huge, won't be profitable until 2009. Under the old scheme. So this is, a huge blow. Why exactly is the internet getting bent over so hard when satellite radio kind of escapes and traditional radio pays nothing? Well, a lot of it's because of the old regulatory rules. The Sound Exchange, which is the music industry's body that's responsible for collecting royalties for artists, they actually want traditional radio to pay more than they do now. But it's primarily because of a philosophical thing. They see it as a revenue issue, not so much a promotional issue or a way to find new music. Right. Well, I know Pandora is making money. I mean, they're making apparently like $25 million a year. And the Washington Post said that Pandora is adding like 40,000 new customers a day. So if they can't make it, then how can anyone survive doing internet radio with these new royalties? Well, they can't, and for one, that's revenue. That's not profit. Like I said, I think Pandora wasn't expected to be profitable until 2009. So it's revenue and profit a little bit different there. And I mean, in the Post article, they had they were talking about smaller webcasters. This could swallow up 100 to over 300% of the revenue, which obviously they can't really deal with that. Even NPR is affected by this. They'd filed a letter of protest last year after this ball started rolling. So what can Pandora do? I mean, maybe they could add some advertising to their iPhone app, or is there a way they could change up what they do on the website of things so that maybe they're not encumbered by all these royalty fees? One thing they are doing is they're going to be experimenting with. Right now, they don't play ads like audio ads. It's only web browsing ads. So they're going to start doing those kind of announcements, like Pandora brought to you by X Next sponsor. But I mean, their hands are tied here, and that's why the founder said it really is a pull the plug kind of situation if this isn't resolved.
Right, but a site with as many users as Pandora, adding an estimated 40,000 a day, obviously a lot of people will be upset if this site just disappears. But is that what it's going to take, so that people actually? Is there anything that the general user can do, or do we just have to wait for Pandora to fall and for that outrage to follow?
Well, when we talked to Pandora's founder, he said on their front to just sort of stay tuned and listen and wait to see what happens. But I mean, one thing
that's not really the loudest call to action I've ever heard. It's like, just sit around on your couch, keep listening for now. When it goes away, I don't know, maybe be upset about it.
Yeah, we thought it was kind of weird too. But one thing you can do is a representative who's trying to sort of work through this, Howard Berman from California. He's trying to negotiate a deal between the two sides. And he said if the ball doesn't really get rolling, he may pull out of helping to negotiate this. So letters of support for him might be one way. People who really want to get involved can do so.
All right.
To encourage him to see this through.
Well, good. Maybe we'll start an online petition, because we know that always makes waves and always changes everything.
Yeah, it does work all the time.
All right, Matt, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you keeping us in the loop.
Yeah,
right now,
thanks a lot.
Let's go over to Olivia Munn. What's up, Munn?
I found, look how short it is. That's how much I took off.
It's in my throat.
Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. All right, you never know when a politician might start a war, so we're keeping tabs on the cutting-edge war tech. Today, we'll look at automated ground vehicles, unmanned drones, and why the U.S. government wants to give our troops scars. Lock and load, it's time for military tech.
You might be a weapons expert when it comes to first-person shooters, but now it's time we check in on the latest tech being developed for the military. Over in the Middle East, Israeli forces are using an automated patrol vehicle called the Guardian from Genius Unmanned Ground Systems. This all-terrain UGV uses an obstacle detection and evasion system to plan and change its course to adapt to unexpected environmental situations. These vehicles can be programmed to follow perimeter routes around airports, military bases, and sensitive areas while providing 24-hour protection without sacrificing manpower. Over here in the States, the U.S. Special Operations Command, or SOCOM, will soon be getting an upgrade to their rifles. The Belgium company FNH has created the SCAR series, a line of Special Forces combat assault rifles. SCAR rifles come in two models, the Mark 16 and the Mark 17, both of which can be broken down into 5 replaceable components that are cost-efficient and low maintenance. Both models have semi and fully automatic capabilities and are equipped with interchangeable barrels and foldable stocks, allowing a soldier to quickly switch from a sniping position to close quarter combat in the field. The rifle is currently going through its field assessment phase, which means that it will soon be in the hands of our troops. And finally, Lockheed Martin is developing the Cormorant, a multi-purpose unmanned aerial vehicle that could be used for recon and stealth missions. Named after a diving seabird, the Cormorant would launch out of a submarine's missile tube. Once it breaks the surface, rockets will propel the vehicle to a sufficient height where it will deploy its wings and turn on its turbine engines. Once its mission is complete, it will parachute back into the ocean where it can be towed back to the submarine via a robotic crane. So whether it's designed for patrolling, combat, or spying, we're here to keep you up to date on the latest in military tech. And all this time I thought Belgium just made like chocolate in those little cuckoo clocks.
It's the perfect front for arms dealers.
True. Let's check in with Morgan to see what X-Play has coming up. Miss Webb?
Thanks, guys. It looks like Electronic Arts won't be buying Take-Two Interactive after all. EA will not renew its offer, which expires at midnight, and says that waiting any longer would not allow the companies to integrate before Christmas. Despite the fact that Sony Online's new MMO, The Agency, will be coming to PCs and the PS3, cross-platform play isn't going to happen. The developers said they didn't want to compromise either version to make things work. Believe it or not, you might get to play Final Fantasy XIII this March. A demo disc will be packed in with the Blu-ray re-release of Advent Children and is said to last over 2 hours. And coming up tonight, we've got a brand new preview of Crisis Warhead. If your computer can handle it, you'll be able to see where Psycho went off to during the original Crisis. We've got all that and more at 8. Back to you.
Thanks, Morgan. Now from gaming news to the latest in gadgets, right now I'm running down the coolest tech you'll want to go into debt for. Get ready to charge away and attack this. First up, we've got the Apetech AHD Plus. This little handheld camcorder boasts a badass 1080p recording resolution at 30 frames per second or 720p at 60. It's got a 4-time digital zoom, 8 megapixel camera with flash, and a 2.4-inch swivel LCD screen. And if you have at least another $100, the SD memory card slot supports up to 32 gigs of storage, so you could potentially record up to 8 hours of high-def video in one go. Now you can find the AHD Plus in black, silver, or brown for a very cheap $200. Next up, we've got the Sony CyberShot DSC-H10. While the CyberShot may have a mediocre 8.1 megapixel sensor, it does have a nice 10x optical zoom, giving you plenty of versatility without the need for replaceable lenses. Included in this little package is an advanced sports mode that gives your shots a shutter speed of 1/4000th of a second.
Whoa!
I know, pretty much ensuring that nothing will be too fast for your camera. You can get it in silver and black for $300. With all them crazy videos and pictures you'll be taking, you're going to need a device to store it all on. Check out the Epson P6000 and P7000 two-pocket size photo viewers with space to go around. They've got 80 and 160 gigs respectively, and both have a big old 4-inch LCD screen. You can store and view... Sorry. I can see Kevin dancing to my attack this, my music. Be quiet, I'm reading. You can store and view MPEGs and JPEGs, but also raw picture formats in case you're that hardcore about picture taking. Both come built with all the memory card slots you'll ever need for $600, $800. You get behind me and start dancing so people can see what I have to see, what I have to deal with. Finally, we've got the Pixma MP480 all-in-one photo printer. The all-in-one part includes a printer, copier, and scanner, since fax machines belong to the Stone Age. The printer spits out color photos with a 4800 by 1200 resolution at 16 pages per minute, while the scanner has an auto-fix mode that adjusts images properties depending on its type. Now, the copier, of course, will simply copies. The Pixma also has an LCD display to make printing photos from the SD card slot super easy. Pick up this jack of all trades for about $100. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all this gadget tech and more. Still ahead, Kevin's gonna dance, and Chris Hardwick will give us a special field edition of Gadget Pron from the US Open Tennis Series when he reviews the new Olympus DSLR. And then Miss Allison Aislip will test drive the Tesla Roadster. Watch in awe as an electric car burns it up on the track. Stay tuned.
The feed is presented by TAG. Keep it fresh, make history. TAG Body Spray.
Attack of the show, soft and...
Very excited for this.
A big day.
I mean, words can't describe. Ladies and gentlemen, we are into the second week of the Beijing Olympics, and this year's games have, well, they've made history, quite frankly. They've smashed countless world records. Phelps, your boy Phelps?
Yes, my boyfriend Phelps, yes.
Yes.
But this is nothing compared to what's happening in the dead animal community right now. Pride, athleticism, and unbelievable stories of beating the odds. It is time again for the Taxidermy Olympics.
Now, Olympians can't just skate through life because they're phenomenal athletes. You know, they have to get real jobs like the rest of us.
Yeah, today's profile of a champion is on another tremendous athlete.
Absolutely.
The bobcat, Dr. Richard D. Strzelecki.
Dr. Richard D. Strzelecki is a unique competitor in this most unique of athletic competitions. A common North American bobcat, descended from a long line of Eurasian lynxes, Richard lived a full life outside of Buckeye in Northern California, walking over grass, down a stone, and then past some ferns, and under some brush. One fateful day, Richard was hit and killed by a minivan on its way to Lake Shasta for the weekend. Richard was taxidermied and displayed at the Marion Koshland Bioscience Library at Berkeley. Taking advantage of his surroundings, Richard taught himself the basics of applied physics. Richard progressed through the graduate program, earning his master's and eventually his doctorate. In his spare time, Richard enjoyed the real-life physics of pole vaulting on the Berkeley track and field team. Dr. Struzowski's goals are humble, simply to compete in the Taxidermy Olympics. But many are saying he has a shot at gold. Only time will tell for this most noble and degreed of champions.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, tensions are rising here, and the Taxidermy Olympics are in full swing.
Yes, time now to head to the floor for the pole vault, which Dr. Richard D. Struzkowski has finished stretching. Okay, he looks like he's ready. Yep, okay, he's ready for the shot of the goal. Doctor, sorry, Doctor.
Right,
oh, no, that's a false start. That's a false start, Doctor. False start.
Push him back.
That's all right, we'll bring him back. We'll bring him back to the starting line.
Can we get it back? Are we good? Why does he keep staring at me?
Oh, easy, easy, Doctor. Easy. It's not my fault.
He's going to have to go...
On the judge's mark.
Yes, on the judge's mark. Oh, there it is.
That's the signal. He's clear. He's clear to go. Go, Doctor, go.
Let's go. There's it.
Dr. Straczynski. Oh, no. Oh, no, Doctor.
Oh.
Dr. Straczynski.
Oh.
Struzkowski. What's his name? The doctor. Oh, Dr. Bobcat.
Doctor.
That could not have been the result he was looking for there, Olivia. What a tragic upset. It looked like he had the vertical. He was there.
This has got to be frustrating for him and his coaches and entire family. I mean, 4 years of training down the drain.
Right down the tubes, huh?
What a shame.
That's a tragic turn of events.
He can't even get up.
Look at him. He's not even leaving. He's not even leaving the mat.
No.
Wow, he's paralyzed by fear and guilt and just general dismay. This is terrible. These taxidermy athletes and their families, they sacrifice so much.
Yeah, they do.
So much to get here. This just breaks your heart. Wow.
Now, hopefully the Bobcat will have enough left in the tank to compete in the 2012 games so he can have a shot at redemption.
That's terrible.
And now from rating Olympians to rating gadgets. I can stop talking like that, right? It's time for Gadget Pron.
I thought that's how you talked. Today, Chris Hardwick reviews the Olympus E520 camera while checking out some US Open tennis action.
Hey, this is Chris Hardwick. I'm here at UCLA where these professional tennis players are gearing up for the US Open later this month. Olympus has been kind enough to invite us here to test out this DSLR. It's the E520. It's a fantastic camera with a lot of cool new features, and we're going to see if we can capture some of the action.
We're at the Countrywide Classic, which is part of the Olympus US Open Series, which leads up to the major tournament in August.
The E520 has a 10 megapixel live MOS sensor for accurate detail, in-body mechanical image stabilization to compensate for any kind of movement, and shadow adjustment technology allowing you freedom to shoot in dark or bright areas. It retails for $699 with the lens.
It was amazing to be down there, like right in the action. I mean, you can't even conceive of how fast the tennis balls go when you watch it on television with being, a couple feet away. But we're up here and we're much farther away, so it looks like you might have something there that's a little more appropriate from this distance.
Yeah, a lens like this is going to bring you a lot closer, particularly when you're at a distance. It'll get you good and tight on the player.
Does it just point and shoot? Is there anything? Is it pretty much the same as the other one?
Pretty much the same as the other one. It's going to autofocus the same as the other one.
Okay.
But a couple of little tips.
Yep.
Try to stay just a little bit ahead of where it's coming on.
Yep.
So you can autofocus on the player as they're getting ready to receive the serve. Press the button down halfway. You see a little green light come on. As soon as the action happens, just press the button out all the way.
All right, let's see.
You're ready to go.
I think I'm ready to go. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. Nice. Pretty responsive, pretty fast. I've been taking pictures for about a half hour now, and this is a completely easy camera to use. With this lens package, it's $699, which is for a DSLR, 10 megapixels, with all the bells and whistles that it has. It's actually a pretty good price, So if you're a beginner or an intermediate photographer, this is a pretty sweet way to go. This has been super fun running around the US Open, and thanks to Olympus for letting me run around with the E520. It really does make photography super simple. I mean, you've got the image stabilization and the shadow adjustment technology, and even the live view on the back of the camera in direct sunlight, you get perfect clarity. So I'm going to give it a 96%, which I know isn't perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. 96% comes pretty dang close. I love you, Olympus E520.
Are we supposed to be watching that?
Yeah,
personal
we
moment.
And that's why Chris gets 100%. He was perfect.
Personal moment between Chris and the Olympus. All right, thanks. Thanks so much, Chris.
Next time you borrow a camera, though, for a tennis match, how about some Sharapova pictures? You know what I'm saying? Get in there.
Oh, in breaking news.
Oh.
Now there's a different way to get lost.
Oh, what is this?
I'm introducing Lost in 2.0.
Oh, okay. Thank you for introducing that, Olivia. That's awesome. Wow. Guys, apparently you're going to see every episode from the very beginning enhanced.
Okay, that's a little much,
with
guys.
on-screen facts. No. Creators
saying
commentary. Wow, right? Huh? It is all designed to bring you inside the mysteries and the conspiracies and the secrecies of
the
TVZ's most captivating series.
So, promos. Lost in 2.0, it starts September 15th and is only on G4. Visit g4tv.com/lost for details.
Seriously,
They've been trained to write
that.
those.
Thank you for introducing that.
It's my pleasure.
Still ahead, Allison Hayslip will test drive the Tesla Roadster. It's an electric car that can run 220 miles per hour, and you're never going to have one. Stay tuned.
I want one.
I want one too. Yes, before the Roadster arrived, electric vehicles were only for like rich hippies like, Ed Begley Jr. or supervillains.
Yes, and Allison Hayslip got to test drive the new 100% electric sports car in her road report presented by Hankook Tires.
Welcome to the future by the way of the Tesla Roadster. This car is going to absolutely destroy all your preconceived notions of the electric vehicle in terms of looks, performance, and efficiency. The Roadster, Tesla Motors' first production vehicle, was introduced in July 2006. By December, it was named Time Magazine's Best Invention of the Year. Operating 100% on electricity, Tesla has sold over 600 Roadsters with more than 400 owners-to-be on the waiting list. This car is in demand.
Tell me about this unbelievable car behind us.
Sure. Well, this car was built with three things in mind: great design, high performance, and to be the most efficient car in the world.
The 100% electric Tesla Roadster is a silent speedster. It's propelled by a three-phase, four-pole electric motor that at 248 peak horsepower reaches a top speed of 125 miles per hour. With all that power, 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds is a snap. And with a driving radius of 220 miles per charge, getting around is a breeze. The performance is equal to other established supercars, but with a power efficiency of 90% and a base price of $109,000, it leaves the competition in the dust.
Right here, what we're looking at is the power electronics module. It controls three things: taking power from the battery and putting it to the motor, regenerative braking, which means when you take your foot off the accelerator, the electric motor turns into a generator and puts power back into the battery. And the third thing is it controls charging. Plug it in, turn it. The battery houses 6,831 lithium-ion batteries. Those batteries propel the car from 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds.
I read that this puppy has 100% torque 100% of the time. What on earth does that mean?
Electric motors have a property of putting out full power at all RPMs. This car takes off whether you're at 0 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour. When Car and Driver magazine tested it, it was the fastest car from 30 to 70 in the history of the magazine.
So here's the big question of the day.
Yep.
Can I drive it?
Yes.
Yes! I am driving the Tesla Roadster, fully electronic car. I'm a superhero because I'm saving the environment. What have you done today? Now, the Tesla Roadster is going to outperform most gas-guzzling sports cars for just pennies a mile. And all it's going to cost you is an electrical outlet and a cool 6 figures. Someday.
Yes, I want one.
Yes.
No, I'll never get one.
Fun fact. You guys want to hear a fun fact?
Oh, fun facts. Fun facts.
Thomas Edison was so determined to discredit Nikola Tesla's alternating current that he actually used it to execute Topsy the Elephant during an exhibition at Coney Island.
And as a result, we still use Tesla's alternating current today. Why? Because Thomas Edison was a total dick. So now you know. We got some good news for gamers, though. If you're a fan of Homestar Runner, Strong Bad, better known as the ruler of Strong Badia, Population Tire, is ready to bring you cool games for attractive people. It's a 5-episode game, and it's available on WiiWare and on the PC.
Yes, for those of you that don't know the glory of Strong Bad and his sidekick, The Cheat, he's a creation of brothers Mike and Mark Chapman. They have teamed up with the folks from Telltale, and here's Strong Bad lending his expert advice and helping them build the game.
So they just called me up and said, hey, have you ever heard of us? And I said, well, that's a weird way to start a phone conversation. You know, how about, hello, who am I speaking with, that sort of thing. And they said, oh, excuse me. Hey, Strong Bad, we're Telltale Games. Have you ever heard of us? At which point I, hung up the phone. But then they called back, and we got talking, and they said they had some graphics, and like an explosion, and a blade. They could do a blade in a game. That really floored me.
To see the full episode, go to cheat4tv.com/strongbad.
I'm just glad the cheat is not dead.
Still ahead, it's truck versus train in today's epic fail.
Find out if we fail the trucker or the conductor. Oh! When we come back. Just watch.
One, okay, just say stop. Okay,
all right, stop.
Oh. Okay, seriously.
Yeah.
The truck pulls up to a set of train tracks. The gates go down.
Okay.
The trucker decides to press his luck anyway and attempts to beat the train. Heard it?
No. Actually, the guy might have made it except for that long flatbed that he was towing, I think. No. But maybe the driver's going to come out ahead after the the insurance settlement, and he probably got $400 for making the front page of Break, so that's got to count for something.
Go to G4TV.com/AOTS for all the things you guys saw today and more.
Remember, by the way, an all-new X-Play, it's going to start right now, and guess what week it is? 2 Human Week! Come on, everybody!
I know.
I can tell you don't care.
Comes out tomorrow,
but
right?
everybody else does. Tomorrow. 2 Human! See you guys online.
Get one for X-Play.
I want one.
X-Play has
No, you know what?